In just a few days, the Assembly Appropriations Committee will make a decision on the future of AB 1663. It's essential that this bill continues to move forward for the sake of preserving the individual rights of those at risk of being conserved. As we all saw throughout the 13-year battle Britney Spears endured to terminate her conservatorship, the system in California is in desperate need of reform. A person who enters a conservatorship has all of their rights and liberties taken away from them, and it is instead placed in the hands of their conservator. It doesn't have to be this way. Less restrictive alternatives exist and can be used for individuals with disabilities to receive the support and care they need while still maintaining the freedom they rightly deserve. AB 1663 emphasizes the importance of these alternatives, specifically supported decision-making.
I don't always ask for help like I should, but I learned that from my mistakes. And when I feel lost and confused, I ask my sister. My sister helps me through a lot of things. She helps me process things and helps me see what's really going on. I mean, how are people with disabilities supposed to learn how to live if you're doing everything for them?
A person under conservatorship has fewer rights than a prisoner. How did we let it get to that point? I believe it is because society believes people with disabilities and older adults need to be cared for rather than supported and empowered. Conservatorships should be rare and the last resort. The default should be that people with disabilities retain their rights and get support when they need it. This legislation will bring about those needed changes and make it easier to end conservatorships for people who want out.
With more people diagnosed earlier in their disease progression, more Californians will live for years, if not decades, diagnosed with Alzheimer's. That's why it's so important to have other ways within our state's legal system to support individuals living with dementia that are less restrictive than conservatorship and preserve some level of autonomy and independence for the individual.
Supported decision-making is a concept that we all use every day. We seek advice from our friends and our family about decisions both big and small. Relying on our trusted network helps us to make decisions, but ultimately we are the ones who make the choice. Individuals with disabilities deserve these same rights. Without the reforms proposed by AB 1663, conservatees will continue to be trapped in a system that strips them of their freedom to have control over their lives.
Let us try. It's okay to help us, but don't do everything for us, because we'll never learn that way. No one else really knows what we want.
While conservatorship is simply the reality for many people living with Alzheimer's, for their families and their care partners, particularly at the later stages of the disease, it does not have to be the reality for everyone immediately.
It is crucial that this bill continue to move forward for the sake of individual rights and freedoms of the disability and aging communities. I'm confident with the support of all of the people behind me, we can make sure that this bill becomes law, bringing support and long overdue reform to the probate conservatorship in California.